The April 2020 Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event was held last Saturday, and this is going to be a quick rundown of some of the biggest narratives to come out of the competition, along with my pick for a top moment from the bracket stage, the semifinals, and the finals. This video is obviously going to contain spoilers of what happened, so if you didn't catch it live, you can watch the entire broadcast on the Classic Tetris Twitch page, or by watching it on their YouTube channel once it's uploaded. So, let's get started. The drama started before things even began when world champion Joseph Saley's capture card for his CRT television broke, and with the current shipping delays with online retailers, he was forced to do his 1-hour qualifying session on an emulator, something he's not used to. His best score wasn't near the threshold to make it into the main event, so he ended up not entering this month. Even without Joseph, the field ran incredibly deep as usual. Eric ICX led the pack with the 4th highest qualifying score ever, behind only Joseph and Cory. And Tristop rounded out the 15th seed with the highest cutoff score ever, narrowly beating February 2020. The final seed is reserved for the winner of the previous month's Challenger circuit, which happened to be Pixel Andy, who deserves an honorable mention for highlight of the first round for upsetting the #1 seed Eric and making it all the way to the semifinals, being one of only 2 DAS players in the bracket. We're entering a situation where it's not really certain that you can say there's been a bracket upset anymore. Pretty much all 16 players are so good that they have a chance to beat anyone else. But the absolute highlight of the bracket stage, IMO, is Dog playing Tetris versus Stefania Nino. Dog is down a game 0-1 versus Nino and has 10 lines to go until the kill screen, or second transition, at level 29. Despite scoring an incredible 970,000 points, he's clinging to a less than 1 Tetris lead versus former monthly champion Nino, who has 10 more lines to work with. Dog needs to play as efficiently as possible and can score 3 more Tetrises if he only burns 1 line. Dog continues to expand on a beautiful sloping build and gets the Tetris for the max out, but with Nino still on level 27, it's not nearly going to be enough. Dog sets up a delayed burn with a T for his last available burn line. He could play it safe and just get 1 more Tetris, but he's going to risk it and go for 2, and a fantastic adjustment with the square to make the build more stable for the T piece. He gets the second Tetris and just misses a long bar on the left. Now it's sealed off and he's not Tetris ready and has to drop another long bar in the middle and gets the final Tetris, going to try and score a few more lines, just misses the long bar to the right, gets 1 more single in the middle, and with both sides locked off and inaccessible, that's going to do it. Incredibly, he's managed to maintain a half Tetris lead on Nino, who now only has 1 more line he can burn before 29, and he needs a Tetris to win. Manages to stave off a few unusable pieces off to the side and gets a final Tetris with a few more lines to boot. Nino barely wins with 7,000 points, well beyond a max out score with 1.089 million. Dog's 1.082 million is the highest losing score ever in a formal tournament setting. Not bad for a dog that plays Tetris. Although he got sent home with this match, he has a lot to be proud of. And for the highlight of the semifinals, I gotta go with this moment from Stefania Nino versus Cory. Nino and Cory are locked into a back and forth struggle, trading Tetrises with Cory clinging to a 1 Tetris lead. Cory bangs down his final Tetris going into level 29, tries to keep things open, but can't get a long bar over for the triple, and now it's all up to Nino. He just needs a Tetris and maybe a little bit more, but at 229 lines, he can't burn anymore. He's not getting the most ideal pieces and now needs another long bar just to get Tetris ready, so he holds out and gets 2 long bars in a row. Perfect. Gets a single, and that's it. That's all he's going to be able to get. Nino finishes a mere 1,220 points behind Cory, a less than 0.2% difference in score. He just missed a final single with the J piece, which would have put him just 20 points behind Cory, a 0.002% difference. Incredible job by both players to push each other to the brink of max outs on the kill screen. An honorable mention for moment of the semis, though, goes to the final game between Nino and Cory, where Nino's internet went out during an early top out, and Nino was given the opportunity for a redo of the match if he had topped out because of his internet. In honesty and good sportsmanship, Nino said no, it was just an early top out, and conceded the hard-fought round to Cory. You love to see that kind of integrity from the competitors. And for the highlight of the finals, of course, it's going to be between Brodendam versus Cory. Alan, aka Brodendamp, had a rough start to the tournament, losing his first game due to an equipment malfunction, but he had battled back to make it all the way to the finals and face Cory, the 11-time winner. Cory has taken game 1 and in game 2 gets a Tetris on level 25 to take a comfortable 2.5 Tetris lead with 841,000. But this is the beginning of a monstrous long bar drought. He gets a long bar to get Tetris ready and then is waiting out, has to take a double, still has his well open, then takes a single, puts a hole in his stack to remain ready, but is getting kind of high. These burns are perfect. There's not a single moment he doesn't have his well uncovered. Even with that triple, absolutely incredible. This is perfect survival so far, but he's getting kind of high. Meanwhile, Alan is notching up the aggression and trying to claw back some of this lead, and Cory gets an unbelievable L flip to avoid snagging. Cory finally gets a long bar, but can't use it. And now it's Alan's turn to shine. He's playing about as aggressive as you'd want to be on these final levels. You don't want to have a risky board, but you have to go for it, and he gets a Tetris to take the lead, but just barely, but he's set up again and gets another Tetris to take a 1.5 Tetris lead. He's behind in pace though, so Alan is going to want to build a bit of a buffer in the score, and now he's only a single Tetris ahead, and Cory is now clear. They are neck and neck in lines. Alan's lead is down to a single Tetris, but he takes a burn and then gets a second Tetris to go up 2. He's going to try and get Tetris ready as quickly as possible. Can't use this long bar, but now they're both Tetris ready. Double Tetrises, so Alan remains up 2 Tetrises. Cory gets his final Tetris going into 29, but he can play on the kill screen. Needs to keep it low and go for as many lines as he can. Ekes out a single with that long bar and just misses a J to the left to set up maybe a double, and that's going to be it. Cory finishes less than a Tetris behind Alan, who nearly scored a max out. Incredible job by Alan to maintain composure and squeak across all those Tetrises at the end. And insane work by Cory to hold on through a brutal sequence and still nearly take the game. Alan took the next 2 games to win the finals 3-1, finishing off with another statement score of 948,000. I was privileged to get to see Alan's competitive debut in person over a year ago when I went to the West Coast qualifier in January 2019. He went out in the first round to veteran Trey Harrison. At the time, Alan was only 14, and this was shortly after Joseph shocked the competitive scene with his win in the 2018 World Finals. I remember thinking when talking to Alan, shoot, maybe Joseph's not the only teenage super prodigy out there. In the 1.5 years since, Alan's gone from somebody who has the ability to get a max out as his personal best to someone who can threaten to max out every game. And that's the difference between somebody who can get into tournaments and somebody who can win them. Congratulations to Alan on his first Classic Tetris Monthly title, and I can't wait to see what he does next. This video is an experiment to see if I could turn something around in a short amount of time to perhaps have more regular content in the future. Hopefully you're not seeing this too long after the tournament aired. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Check out the links to all the competitors' Twitch pages in the description box below if you want to see any of them play live.